Hello children. So we begin with trigonometry type 1 questions. Here the type of questions will allow you to solve where you have to find the length of unknown side of a triangle. Okay. So I hope you know the basics of trigonometry. We have three ratios which we use in day-to-day questions, right? In IB we use only sine, cos and tan, but overall the reciprocals of sine, cos and tan are also ratios, but we will use sine, cos and tan because that's there in your syllabus. Okay, I'll show you. Basically, if you have a right angle triangle, this is A, this is B, this is C. Three sides I have mentioned. Which one is the hypotenuse? C is the hypotenuse. The longest side is always hypotenuse, and the one which is making an angle of 90 degrees is A and B. So A and B are called perpendicular sides, right? In this triangle, how many acute angles are there? There are two, 1 and 2, and sum of them will be 90 because sum of all three angles is 180. So if 90 is already here, so these two sum will be 90. So if this angle is theta, this angle will always be 90 minus theta, right? If somebody gives you this is 70, so this is 20. If somebody gives you this is 80, then this becomes 10 because total should be 90. Okay. Now there are two acute angles, so there are two kinds of ratios possible for each acute angle. Okay. Now sine of theta, look at this. This is the opposite side. Now I am looking at only theta. So A is the opposite side, and next to theta is the adjacent side because just next to it, and this one in right angle triangle we call it hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always opposite to the 90 degrees angle. Okay, so you should never confuse between opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. So what are our three ratios? Sine theta is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. In this particular triangle it will become A over C, right? And cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. In this triangle it will become B over C, adjacent over hypotenuse, B over C. And the third ratio is opposite over adjacent. The third one is tan theta equals to A over B. So with these three ratios, right, probably if you are given angle and if you have only one side, you will be able to find all other angles and all other sides. Okay, so we will use this ratios to solve our questions from this particular section. Okay, so let's begin with the question. We have two triangles here. Do you see this is a right angle triangle? Triangle is like this, right? So here, which side? This is the angle 30. So opposite to 30, this is the opposite side. Okay, and this is adjacent side. See, it is just next to 30, and this is opposite to 30, and this one is hypotenuse. Now what they want you to find? They want you to find x, and you have one of the values hypotenuse. What's the ratio which connects adjacent and hypotenuse? Is it cos theta? Yeah. So we can write cos theta, because and theta is 30 degrees. So I will write cos 30 equals to x upon hypotenuse is 15. Now how do you find x? Cross multiply. Therefore x equals to 15 times cos 30. Okay. So what is 15 times cos 30? Use your calculator to find the value. 15 cos 30. It is 12.99. 12.99, which is roughly equals to 13 centimeter. So you found your value. In CBSE and ICSE syllabus, some values of like some cos, sine and tan values of few angles like 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 are learned. So it becomes easy. Here it is 30. So cos 30 is basically root 3 over 2. So You can also write this one as 15 root 3 by 2. But in IB, we need to, because you are allowed to use calculator, you should calculate to the final value, okay? So your answer is this. Okay. Now, let's do the second triangle. Here, where is our theta? Theta is here. Which is opposite side? Look at opposite to the theta. So this becomes opposite, and which is next to it? This becomes adjacent. Because theta is here. So adjacent and opposite. And the longest side, which is opposite to 90, is hypotenuse, right? So this is hypotenuse. We want x, which is opposite, and hypotenuse is already given. So which ratio you will use? You should use sine theta, because sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So therefore, sine of 76 degrees is x over 16, right? So now x will be equal to 16 times sine 76. 15.52 centimeters. That should be the answer for that. Okay, I hope you got this point. Let's try another type of question. Here, one of the missing angle they are asking us to find, they are asking the hypotenuse and they are asking the other side. It's very, very easy, okay. This I told you, this will be 90 minus 68 because these two will add up to 90 degrees, right? So what is 90 minus 68? 22. So theta is 22. Here theta is 59, right? Okay, because the sum should be equal to 90. Now they are asking, they have given, now if you consider theta, can you write cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent, which is 7.5 over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is same. So this one is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. For theta, this is the opposite side. Okay. So I am using cos of 22. So I will write cos 22 here. Cos 22 is 7.5 divided by A. Therefore, A will go here, cos 22 will come here. A equals to 7.5 divided by cos 22, right? So 7.5 divided by cos 22 makes it 8.09. 8.09. So we could find A. Now time to find B. B you can find like this because you already have A value, which is 8.09, or you can use tan of 68. So many ways you can find. Let us use tan. For 68, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. I will write tan 68 equals to B over 7.5. Can I write it? Right. You can also find this angle as tan of 22. See, tan 22 is B upon 7.5. Tan 22. So no, tan 68 is 7.5 over B. This is 7.5 over B. And tan 22 is B over 7.5. Whichever value you do, this one we will use. B equals to 7.5 times tan 22. What we are doing? We are cross multiplying. So it is 7.5 times 22. 7.5 tan 22 gives you 3.03. We'll use this formula and still try to find. Here B will come here, tan 68 will come here. B equals to 7.5 divided by tan 68. Let us use this. 7.5 divided by tan 68 is 3.03. So whichever ratio you use, if you are using one of the angle and one of the side, you can always get the third side. Okay, easy. So you can copy, pause the video, note for yourself. Okay, now let's do the Next one. I'll erase this one here. So since we have already found the angle, because both are complementary angles, the sum is 90 degrees. I will use 31 to find all other things. Okay. So cos of 31, what is adjacent to 31? A. And what is the hypotenuse? 15.2. So cos 31 I will write as A over 15.2. Correct? Okay. Therefore, A equals to 15.2 cos of 31. How much is that? 13.3. 13.03 centimeters. So we found our A value. Now for B, B is opposite to 31 and opposite and hypotenuse, right? So we will use sine 31 equals to B over 15.2. Correct? Can we do? We can. So it will be B equals to 15.2 sine 31. .83. What do we get? 7.83 centimeters. Interesting, right? So trigonometry is such a powerful tool. If you know one of the angle and one side, you will be able to find all other angles and all the sides, right? I hope you understood, right? Now, thanks for watching this, and practice this type of questions from our website examprep.world. Thank you.